President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
Before we become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that is where we are now. What happened on yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong. And no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because the Asa is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
I see in the next few months a nicer country, a very noisy country, rowdy country, a heavily divided country, a very tough economy, a sense of elitism by those who are coming at the hem of authority. The coming in of the Unity Party is going to multiply the economic woes, the economic conundrum, the economic quagmire, the suffering of the Liberian people is going to multiply. We are not prophets of doom, but the reality will come.
Mr. President, recently we witnessed the demolition of the CDC headquarters in Komoro Town, which was carried out through a court order. How does the administration ensure that such enforcement action is done fairly and without political interference?
The law is the law. It's not the government. It's the government implementation of the law. The police were ordered to do it, and they did it. If that demolition is removal of the people from premises that don't belong to them according to the law.
What will George Weah, who is tempted by Joseph Boakai, who was drowning in his Egypt land, who was dead, very red up, dirty, stink. You could find him passing around, practically dead and useless. Why will such a man conduct make you we are vexed that you will stop the work and then lose God's own mission to take you to the promised land? That was the test of time today for George Weah. If George Weah had reacted, he was falling in the place of Moses.
The Liberian National Police commenced the Congress for Democratic Change for the discipline, calm, and statesmanship demonstrated during the recent eviction process. Their respect for the rule of law, despite the deep sentimental value and history attached to the property, reflects a maturity that strengthens Liberia's democracy. This movement is not only a testament to CDC's leadership, but also a reminder to all political institutions and citizens that our democracy grows stronger when lawful decisions are honored peacefully.
Today, you have a rebel police director who thinks that he has arrived. And the worst thing about all these people, they all benefited from the magnanimity of George Weah. preaching from people on the bench of the Supreme Court, they got letters from George Weah. If some of them choose to pay him back with evil, it's up to them. The very Gregory Comer today, he worked in the previous administration when Weah came. He also got another letter again. If he chooses to do what he's doing, it's up to him. But one thing I can tell you for sure is this is how we had always been molded. That's how God has already molded Weah and catapult him into success. He will suffer rejection, denigration, humiliation. That must be his life. How can you make somebody who has been down the line their shame? The person has gone through shame. They have gone through disgrace. They have done everything they can. Whatever people thought and were laughing at them, they surmount everything and catapult themselves into becoming someone who is towering that the whole world can look at today. What more can you do? You think you're bringing that person down? You're just hurting yourself. In fact, what you are doing, you are destroying yourself. You know what it takes for you to proud in yourself of being bad? When people are looking for good image, you are happy. In becoming a bad person, George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. He would never, ever.
There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. But I can tell you, this is a bad example. There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. But I can tell you, this is a bad example.
George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. He would never, ever.
There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. But I can tell you, this is a bad example.
George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. He would never, ever.
There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. But I can tell you, this is a bad example.
George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. He would never, ever.
Hey, the country to our, the country, my people. Hey, nobody the country, no money, we die, no money the country, just about up in the economy, up in the economy, no money the country, no money in the country, just about hey. My people, we dying, the business people, we dying, business people, we dying. Everywhere you get your cool start to pay, we say no money, just a pack of water in the ghetto, some of our water in they going to school, we gotta pay rent, just a pack up in the economy, labra, the country, just a pack. You work the country to just a pack of work, bring money the country, just a pack of the country. The country, hey, nobody the country, my people. Hey, the money the country. When you think, you turn it so, and can't call no solution, my people. The money, why you carry the money, we the business people who suffer, we suffer, Najua, Yiswa, Najua,
Kaju, Joseph Boakai Nabatemu, Nabatemu, Joseph Boakai Yanio, Unga Kanyonyo, Follow Boakai, Kanyonchuo, oh, you are the Tokolanto, Joseph Boakai Kanyonchu, Aquapia Wanda Pawanumte, oh, Joseph Boakai, Kanyonchoye, so then Kanyonyo, Joseph Boakai.
Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened on yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong. And no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country and people are now seeing it as being right because the Asa is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
It's another day, great day, people. Thank you so very kindly that you join us. Real Talk Kings 88.5, the 4th day of June 2026, the reign of Judah Christopher. What a day, what a time. We've got the issues on our plate yet. We've got the issues. What is unfolding with the plagiarate, bad road medicine, the House of Representatives. It is only now that they know that Burkina beads are in the country and the post-trade. Lobbying ain't no big news, it's the usual. But the more important into it, yesterday was bad, today is good. Liberia qualifies for next year African Cup of Nations on 5 and 10 million United States dollars. Those are some of the issues on the plate. So let me say again, thank you. Welcome. So massive, so extraordinary. You are so great. I'm Sam Andrews, as always. Sam Andrews. Grateful to God Almighty, we are faithful in all of his ways, never reneging on his promises, but fulfills every word that he utters in the fullness of time. Faithful God, good God, hovering Kings 88.5. We are grateful that he kept watch over us last night and he has brought us into this day and this time. We acknowledge. And thank you too for coming on, great people. Mantonian son, you are on from wherever you are falling from, Malu Fofana, 20th Street Sinker, Prince Coleman, Capitol Hill, Jackson, Chigbo, D. Obel Moore, Buchanan City, Peter Tokwa, Dupont Row, Emmanuel Bro, Minnesota, USA, Joshua Krieger, Douala, Busho Island, Terry F. Cannon, Ashmont Street, Philip Tokwa, Dallas, Texas, Michael Dago, Abraham Brown, ELWA, Ruben Cannon, Lofa County, Bohemian Liaman, D15, District 15, Wisa Colley, Jack Foley Tombikai, Bible College Junction, Broadville, Atsari Cannon, St. Paul Bridge, Dennis Dennett, Christopolis Community, Bueman Obanto, Kiadi, Pablo Classic, Logan Town Community, Ambassador Walter Morgan Jr., CDC Regular Intellectual Militant, Stephen Yakadi, Cotton Tree, District 2, Lower Magibi County, Henry Tito Jr., Caldwell, Matapoyo, Batnusville Estate, Sebastian Tor, Smite Roll, your residents, David Williams, Colorado, USA, Saturday, Woodaware, Theophilus Chie, District 17, Mark Coleman, Virginia, USA, Naomi Zia Blai, Grand Jita County, Prince Bondo, Willem K. Sumawolo, hey, great man, dear brother, good to see you. Good that you are on. I guess everything is okay from your end. Thank God Almighty to see you, and thank God that life is on and we're moving gradually. Thank you for everything. Jumon Colley, your resident, Stanley Yaka, you're watching from your end, you said. Jukontichie, your business center, that's Johnson Street, Morovia, Stephen Fowler, Rita Christine Haight, USA, Massachusetts, Isnell Menza, Grand Kidman County. My dear sister Rita Sunday Choir, good to have you on. Hope that you are faring well. Thank you too for everything that you have done and continue to do. I appreciate everything. I hope that you are faring well. Stanley Small, yes, all of you great people. But we can get started with our recognizing the chairman that have just come on. Roma Rico, Kenneth Boy, Latupan, chairman, District 13, Block 13 Intellectual Center. All of you great people, thank you for coming on. We appreciate all of you. As usual, we start out of Liberia, and then we can focus on what we've got on our plate for today, Sunday. I want to say sunny Thursday. Sunny Thursday, sun is shining. Yesterday, we couldn't go live. We are still battling the situation we're battling with. Please understand and continue to bear patience with us. It will get better with time. No crisis lasts forever. Every crisis has an end. So please bear with us. Very soon we get over this technical stuff that fluctuates every now and then. So let's start with developments unfolding out of Liberia, a collection of Ethiopian religious heritage artifacts preserved for decades by an Italian family has been officially returned to Ethiopia. The handover ceremony in Rome was attended by Ethiopian ambassador to Italy, Dimuntu Habisa, religious representatives, and Ethiopian diaspora leaders. The embassy said the repatriation marks another important step in Ethiopia's efforts to recover and preserve its cultural and religious heritage. Nigeria may soon increase the prices for soft drinks and other sugary drinks after the Senate approved a new tax plan. The new tax plan will be based on the retail price of the drinks instead of the current fixed tax. Lawmakers stated that the plan aims to decrease sugar consumption and combat diseases like diabetes, obesity, high blood pressure, and heart disease. Part of the money from the tax will be used to support health programs, primary health care, and health insurance for vulnerable Nigerians. Nigeria consumes about 1.8 million metric tons of sugar every year. The United States Department of Homeland Security has confirmed the deportation of 355 West Africans under its WOW West Africa Operations Watch initiative, with Nigeria accounting for 110 deportees, the highest number among the region's countries. Liberia followed with 94, while Ghana and Senegal have 30 and 19. The list also includes nationals from Cameroon, Gambia, Cote d'Ivoire, Mauritania, Cape Verde, Burkina Faso, Niger, Guinea, Togo, Mali, Benin, and Guinea-Bissau. Although specific changes were not disclosed, the program typically targets individuals convicted of serious crimes such as fraud, money laundering, drug trafficking, and violent offenses. And we end on a sporting note. FIFA has banned reusable water bottles at the 2026 FIFA World Cup stadiums, reversing earlier guidance that allow empty transparent bottles up to 1 liter. The updated rule says reliable bottles are not permitted, citing safety concerns and existing stadium policies. The decision has sparked criticisms because the tournament will be held in summer across US, Canada, and Mexico, where extreme heat could pose risks to fans. FIFA says venues will provide hydration stations, cooling areas, and misting systems, but critics warn fans may face limited or costly options for staying hydrated. Those are some of the developments unfolding out of Liberia. Let's get to what we've got on our plate now. Starting with the replica government. Every one of you know that Unity Party lacks innovation. There is brain drain. They are plagiarate. And that means they take on that posture to take somebody's property, somebody's intellectual property. So you don't see creativity in their own sector. Biomedicine came from the innovation or creation of CDC, seditions, given what Weah was doing, former President George Weah around the country. Fast forward, they came to power and they attributed that to President Joseph Yeman Boakai, that he is bad road medicine. No sooner had they said that, a number of individuals started to fly here and there, that President Walker is doing well. The man is opening the country. He's opening the Southeast. Is open. The roads, you can leave from here and go Maryland. Let me use my county. You can take 30 minutes from here to Maryland County and back. You can take 45 minutes from here to what other county in the Southeast? No, let me balance it. To the VP County, Nimba, you can take 30 minutes, meaning the roads are all paved, so they are pliable easily. But you wouldn't doubt if you aren't, or if there's no information coming. The mind game of politics is played everywhere. Government will always present itself as being perfect, and the other people that were there didn't do as they promised the people. So they say, oh, the Southeast is open, the Southeast is open, the Southeast is open, and roads are everywhere. Lofa County, Nimba County, the Southeast, everywhere. So, oh, you can move and come. People bringing their goods and carrying their goods in no time. Well, you want to balance your argument. You want to leave room so that you have escape route, rather. I want you to look at this and listen carefully. This is
This is entering Boajiken. Welcome to Boajiken. This is the area where I spent 5 days here. Send the David minister came in this place to check the road. From that day up to present, I think we have spent 5 days here for now. So you see here, we reach here, it's not easy for us. We had to offload. Our friends had to leave on this side to come and help us to put on the load in the car for them to haul all us, because this place is not easy for us. This place is very tedious for all the pass here. It's not easy. Today, because yesterday was Tuesday, we're making all 4 days here, and today, Wednesday, making all 5 days here. You see the cars are here. June 3rd or June 2nd, right? June 3rd. Okay. So that the place here. So if people lying to you that small car can enter Jigen, that's not true. Even we pay pastor man to come and help us here. That pastor man, the last time we gave him $8,000 to come and cut sticks to the other end. You see in the corner there, there's a bypass there. But that all that work we did, it was free. You see here, that is Boajiken Road. That is Boajiken Road. That the place we are now. It's not easy here. So when somebody, that is entering Boajiken. Welcome to Boajiken. That is the area where I spent 5 days here. Send the David minister came in this place to check the road. From that day up to present, I think we have spent 5 days here for now. So you see here, we reach here, it's not easy for us. We had to offload. Our friends had to leave on this side to come and help us to put on the load in the car for them to haul all us, because this place is not easy for us. This place is very tedious for all the pass here. It's not easy. Today, because yesterday was Tuesday, we're making all 4 days here, and today, Wednesday, making all 5 days here. You see the cars are here. June 3rd or June 2nd, right? June 3rd. Okay. So that the place here. So if people lying to you that small car can enter Jigen, that's not true. Even we pay pastor man to come and help us here. That pastor man, the last time we gave him $8,000 to come and cut sticks to the other end. You see in the corner there, there's a bypass there. But that all that work we did, it was free. You see here, that is Boajiken Road. That is Boajiken Road. That the place we are now. It's not easy here. So when somebody tell you small car can enter Jigen, tell them say for now that lie. So thank you. Bye bye.
So they gave you, because you're in Morovia and they have the platforms available to them, they themselves are not going to those places to see. They are told. So they get on their platforms, they go to the Ministry of Information and say, the president is opening the road, the Southeast is okay, and President Weah didn't do anything with the road. Boakai is now the bad road medicine. He's opening roads and here and there. Look at that plate. And that is not the only, several. That is for the interior of the country. Let's come to the very city, Bernardsville. And those who are living in Bernardsville, they cannot dispute me. They cannot tell me that it is not true. Because several roads within District 11 are bad off, very bad off. That the people living in there are complaining on a daily basis that they will have a speaker, regime speaker, who has all of the money, the third millionaire in the country, approaching billionaire. Bernardsville, almost every part of Bernardsville is bad off. Yet the government lay emphasis on road. When President Boakai got the presidency, his emphasis was road. And that's what they put in their arrest agenda. One of their pillars, road. But the roads are bad off. 5 days on the road, they are still there. And this is not the only place, but several. You want to be honest with your people. Initially, had they said, like Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, we wouldn't promise you quick fix. We can promise you quick fix is an expression for there will be difficulties. We have some hiccups. We have some difficult times. We have some funding gaps. We have budget delay, budget shortfall. We have all kinds of things happening. So we have some technical problems. So we wouldn't be able to deliver or operate within the time frame. That's the reason people can use that expression. But rescue did not leave any room for reasonable excuse that the people will accept. They presented it like they have everything, they are ready. They went and announced the purchase of 285 pieces of moving equipment or machines. Ironically, the machines are under 50, mixed with pickups and other things, which is a deception. You can do that to your people. Today, they cannot. If the government, because that's the reason they said they were bringing in 285 machines. After President Boakai, technical people reported to him, giving his obsession to open the country, which is not bad, it's good. But they did not take into consideration all of the factors. They presented it to him with his obsession, road. And there will be a business flowing, the economy on that side, the commerce will open, there will be a movement of goods and services here and a lot more. So with the coming of the 285 machines, this, you see, would not happen. That is why the lawmakers, those who were excited, unreasonably got excited that today their excitement led them into shame that they cannot count 285F moving or 285 machines. Sorry to say, no disrespect, but how can lawmakers stoop so low? In life, you want to be that philosophical. What that means is you don't get excited and motivated when you have not seen and have not seen fully. You want to do due diligence unto yourself. so that when you're speaking, you speak with clarity, you speak with surety, you speak with just everything. That I, Sam Andrew, as a lawmaker, hearing that, would not be excited. Common sense page 1 will tell me, let's wait and see the 285 coming into the country, whether this government is saying the truth, even if I am a supporter of that. But as a representative, as a senator, I owe it to the people. I should be presenting 285 machines, as the government said. From my observation, none of them thought that way. They got excited today. They can. And let me add this before I leave this one. You're going to see confusion amongst the lawmakers because the machines had not entered the country. You see how corny the executive is? Corny means you're clever, but clever in you're using negative, you're using destructive, you're using sinister schemes to bully, because you realize the people you're dealing with, they got not the kind of thinking that they ought to have, even though they got 5 senses. So they were excited. The lawmakers, they started saying, oh, this country will get 15. This country will get 25. This country will get 40. This country will get 15. And lawmakers got excited instead of putting on their philosophical instinct to reason. If the executive is saying 285, good. At least it will open up the country. But I, representing my people, I want to report to them with surety. So let me wait until I can see and count 285 machines. Then I will be. Do you know now? Sorry to say, but that is the situation. I'm not being disrespectful to the lawmakers, but the reality presents such a description. Do you know that most of those people, if not all, but majority, or let me say all of those who were excited and motivated and started counting before the machines can even arrive in the country, they look like clowns, like stupid people now? They look like stupid people now because they can see nothing of 85 pieces of machines. They can see nothing. They're not even sure, some of them not even sure the figure they got. 15 will go to their counties. They will ever have 4 or 5. You know why they say lawmakers representing the people? It's based on your intellect. It's based on your IQ. How realistically critical you are. How you can charter the course necessary for your people's well-being. In other countries, the people don't just elect lawmakers. Look at the guys at the House of Representatives and the other place. Whatever the president want, will do it. Whatever the president want, and you had that other lawmaker, yellow machine car ball, yellow machine conductor, hanging on yellow machine. A lawmaker, can you imagine? A lawmaker stooping so low. If this place was a serious-minded place, they would bring out an impeachment against him from a district and he's off. But yeah, the guys, they just... So you see now, and we're in a rain season. You're going to have most of the reason the government was raising morale because we're in dry season. We're in dry season. Let across in Monrovia from Gabriel Tucker Bridge going all the way. What did President Bouaka say in his inaugural address? He said he was turning Gabriel Tucker Bridge into 4-lane. He said from Gabriel Tucker Bridge going all the way down, that was going to be 4-lane. They started breaking down people's houses. What do you see? 3 years, the president going to 4 years. The water that sits between Claratown and Freeport, they blame that from Ellen Johnson Sirleaf government. They brought it to former president. We are government. They said the CDC government did nothing. They did nothing. Fast forward 3 years. The same thing we saw under Ellen Johnson Sirleaf with that place between Claratown and Freeport. Under George Weah is under the rescue the same way. When it rains, cars are stuck. But the Minister of Public Works, Roland Giddings, made big mouth that they were going to improve on that. And United Party people were excited. They started throwing jabs at George Weah because anything United Party people say, the next thing that George Weah are going to lay there, the place that the 10 year we are in a 10 year, they can solve that problem. The 10 year, Boakai can change Gabriel Tugger Bridge when he wants to. He said he's going to turn Gabriel Tugger Bridge into 4-lane. That's foolhardy to say. So you don't believe them when they're talking about they are opening the Saai Road day. George Weah did not do anything on road. It's even more messy than you can. Then here is another deficiency of the government. When did the government get to realize that Burkina beads in the country and they pose threat to Liberia's security, safety, stability, and sovereignty? When they talk about sovereignty, their sovereignty was to get Yeke out of the legislature. The one that posed a serious sovereignty, the one that could destabilize this country, the one that could lead to overthrow the lawmakers. They were not concerned about that. The number started increasing. From the very first day we started hearing about Burkina Faso, oh, just so you know, let me not forget July 1st. July 1st, you're marking on your calendar. July 1st is my birthday. By God's grace, we're getting there small. Just as Teacher Leg say, we're getting there. July 1st. So all of you put it on your calendar. I'll be reminding you every day. When they started coming up from the first day we started talking, the government has to be careful. The government should not overlook this thing. Most of the people in the government, and you see, listen, this is how it is in life. When you are vindictive, when you are grudge-driven, when you focus on one person, a group of people, and you just devote your time, energy, resources, power, everything after such, you will have somebody taking advantage of your weakness or your vindictive nature to move in. That's how you see some area, they move in quick and they take certain control, the government is down. Instead of focusing, when that thing was starting, we were talking it, Burkina Faso. You don't overlook those people. But they said we were stupid. They said we didn't make sense because we are opposition station. And we will continue to be opposition station and proudly say because we are protectors of the sovereignty, the safety, the security, the stability of this country. This country is the Republic of Liberia. If it was only the Republic of Unity Party, we would not be around. And whatever happened that if they kill all of them died at the business. But since it is a culture of mix, a culture of different people called the Republic of Liberia, we as stakeholders, we are under obligation to protect. So when we see anything that could cause or that has the potential to cause instability, to lead to infiltration, we will sound the caution. And that's what we have been doing from day one. They've been overlooking it. Instead of their officials raising issue, everything they focus on George Weah. And let me say, you guys, Unity Party, you will be focusing on George Weah until one day, we're not praying for that. One day, before you can realize it, foreigners have taken all this country. Somebody have done something, some kind of terrorist invasion. Because they think that you ought to be protecting more. You people are not protecting it. You're on one man. How you gonna bring that man down? How George Weah must come down? How George Weah have done X, Y, Z to the country as if George Weah has been the only president in Liberia. Y'all will be on George Weah until one day some kind of terrible things happen in this country that all of y'all will get confused. Some of y'all will start running away. We're telling you, God does not come down to tell you. God works. He shows you the sign. And if you can take advantage, these people, they started small. What happened? The people now, they are almost in the 1,000 and approaching beyond 1,000. By the time, you know what they're doing all around? You know how you see people, you say, oh, the mining. Who tell you foreigners can just come in the country just to do what they want to do? There's always a hidden agenda, but you will never know. They will mingle among you. You will think that, oh, they are good people. How did the war spread? There were people who were in the midst. They were acting like the days. They were acting like they eating with people in the community. All the people say, oh, yeah, the people good. Oh. Yeah. Before they realize it, they show their true color. And it was late. It was late. Who told you that only Burkina beats in the country? There are other people in this country. There are other foreign nationals in this country. Go in Central Monrovia. We started raising that thing when we were in Central Monrovia, when we were in Monrovia. You can't have a country. You behind your people to take national ID cards, citizen ID card, but then you have foreigner, brown, blue, green, yellow skirt, brown, blue, green, yellow skin. They're all on the street everywhere. Everywhere you see them, you know where they come from, how they enter the country, you know. Listen, this place is vulnerable. They're just go carrying this country. There's nothing less security where they're going. Because ask yourself, where these people, where they pass to come in the country? They pass through the very borders. They pass through the seaport. They come through the airport. Who bringing them in the country? The very Liberians. LRRC went to Boakai, Ko-Bangalo, the head, and reported to Boakai that the situation is concerning. Before him, President Boakai press secretary will raise concern. These guys are phoning people. No disrespect to them. When I say phoning, I'm talking about the idea. You sat down there. All of you people, the thing was rising. The number increasing. They started with 2, 3 in the country. From there, they rose to 15. From 15, they went to 25. From 25, they went to 75. Say that here, we got to be careful. These people, they are foreigners. It's not the issue of just coming in a country of mine. In fact, how did they come in a country? What permission? Because you have to seek permit to do such. And the permit, you have to go through thorough screening. You think Liberians can go in Ghana or in any one of those African countries and just start mining, start doing things anyway? And then the authorities see them and lead them? The place Liberian will find themselves, if they ever come outside, again, they're not gone. They overlook it. They were after George Weah. Yeah, after the other people. They were excited. Oh, the law is the law. The law is the law. Oh, the people looked at the country. George Weah will never come out. Again, y'all will be talking, George Weah never come out. George Weah never come out. On one day, y'all will just see something of foreign invasion. Y'all sit down there. This country for all of us. But nobody will be stupid enough to pretend like you're more Liberian, nothing going to happen. Nobody will play that charlatan role. Me, I can play that charlatan role. God can show signs. And that's how country went through terrible situations. Who told you that God is not hovering Liberia? God is hovering Liberia. But yeah, how he works. He shows you the sign when there is an imminent danger. And your refusal to listen, your refusal to read those signs, you will find yourself in a terrible situation. A disaster will befall you. Now, they reported to Boakai, look at that petite. All the time nothing happened or be happening. The people number was rising. The couple of hours, they went and reported to Boakai and say, the people, it is concerning these Burkina Bees. Then Boakai said the cabinet will review it. That's serious government yet? That's something there to report and review? Boakai said they must review it. The cabinet must review it. So the Burkina Bees, they are wrong. Those people that Ibrahim Traore men, Jimenez. That Ibrahim Traore man. And you know that man is fearless. He's just like the guy in Guinea, Dumuya. All of them came to power through coup. They are junta leaders. You know why that man? The country is so vulnerable. You have no time to thoroughly investigate. Those people can be here, be mining or whatever business they be doing. They're spying on your government. You can tell. You don't know how the people in the country. You don't know the mentor of some of them. They may look reggae up. They may be digging. But some of them are highly educated. Some of them are scientists. Some of them are geographers. They are map readers. Some of them, they're different. They have too many ways to spy on your country. That thing you go sit down over there and say, oh, they develop a security plan to protect Liberia sovereignty. How you develop security plan to protect Liberia sovereignty when the people, different nationals in your country all over the place, you know what the people doing? You get different satellites all this place that people just can't debate tower. You know what they're doing? You know what they're spying in the executive mansion? You know what they're tapping into every conversation? You don't know. You think when you say protecting sovereignty that going to border because somebody made statement, you say the person, what they call the sovereignty of the country, you expect the person, a couple of months later, you go sit down, you say you carve document for national security. Some of the foreigners in this country, they are spies. And they are getting what they want because we don't have intelligence in this country. We do not have intelligence. What we have here? No. The people, all of men, they say national security man. Look at Kofi Wood. Kofi Wood, what military thing, what security thing that Kofi went through? That he national security advisor. You know national security advisor in a country? When you read that man profile, you're scared. So you know what is what. There's nothing Kofi Wood knows about intelligence. I'm talking about the other people that are sitting down in the House of Representatives and the Senate, the on Security Committee, Security and Intelligence. The number of people, the number of foreigners, the number of things that are unfolding in this country that just go helping us. People in this country, they're spying on the government, they're spying on institutions every day. They get their stuff. We are in the age of technology. It's so much so that the man can just sit down in one place, the man using his shades. Just like my shades on me. The man sitting down in a given place, say, having meeting with XYZ. The man getting everything. The man knows what it is. They can tap into any high-profile conversation. They sat down in our Senate cantor about Kamara Kone releasing classified information about the AFL. You think the people who in this country, they know when they're ready to receive classified information? Yaka. So the reporter, yeah, what Boaga say? Joe Boaga say the cabinet will review it. Burkina Faso, they say they will review it. Let Liberians go in Burkina Faso. Liberians, you're going Burkina Faso and say you're doing business there or you're mining, you're doing. Then Ibrahim Traore will tell his cabinet, you'll review it. Then that man run all of your oil and go put you in your dark room. I tell you where you come from, your country can't do it, your own overthrow. Because that's what the man will say. We too lenient in our country, so much so. Maybe because terrible disaster apart from Ebola and COVID, maybe we have not experienced things that other countries experience. So we have no time. You behind your people hold a national ID card, citizen will get national ID card. You got all of those people around here, different nationals. You know what they're doing in this country? Some of these people are on mission. You may think this country does not have anything, so the people just come and say everything. That is not true. Liberia has so much. So much. You see now all kinds of people coming into the country. You have no time. The people, they're just moving amongst Liberians here and there. Going into ministry, coming out. Going into different, you know who is who. You have intelligent people and more, people. But I see on that one, they just say that. So Boaga say, the people, the cabinet should review it. That's why he said the cabinet should review it. All right. So let's go home with this one now. The city mayor, the former city mayor, Jefferson Koji, came out with what the government reached. Now, the government kept that in secret. They weren't ready to put it out. The reason it gone far and wide, Unity Party officials are saying nothing wrong with it, or they have made a breakthrough, because former city mayor Jefferson Koji brought it out. The hiring of a foreign firm to do several things. Now, just so you know, there is nothing that Unity Party has done, nothing new, nothing. Lobby is the norm of government, African, Europeans, American, that normal thing. It is called for. It is not something that should be avoided. It is just about image building, putting that government in the position to get what it wants, working for it. You've got to have such, it can be person, it can be persons, it can be institutions. The United States does it. European countries do that. African countries do that. It is an age-old thing. It did not start from the day God created the war, but from the close of the old age into modernism, that idea crept up. You find that in a home. You find that in the office. You find that in different organizations. It takes different forms. There's nothing new about it. So, Unity Party came out and portrayed it like they have made a breakthrough. What Jefferson Koji put up was simply, and this is the idea that many of them did not get. Jefferson was not saying, and is not saying, that it's wrong. You can hire a firm to project your image. Within there, they can lobby for investors on your behalf. They can make a case on your behalf with whatever the government, giving their scope, their coverage. A lot more they can do. You will need a middle person. You need a middle person. That's nothing new. But the monetary aspect is what Mayor Koji was concerned about. And I share Mayor Koji's concern. There is nothing wrong with a government having lobby or hiring a firm to do that, to project its image. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf did it. Former President George Weah did it. So the Unity Party government is doing nothing new. Lobbying firms since 2006, been in existence since 2006. Former President Sirleaf, she used KRL International for debt relief and aid. Besides KRL, Ellen had this lady called Songna River scammed something. This lady who was in the corridor of Washington. Former President George Weah in the Congress for Democratic Change also hired this company that Ellen also used, KRL. They also use Billa, the one that Unity Party is using now. Billa Partners. That's how they are called. Billa Partners. CDC also use Sonoran, Sonoran, S-O-N-O-R-A-N. It's another lobbying firm. And others. President Boakai government is using Billa. Now, here is Mayor Koji concern that I agree with him, I share in it. If you've been in Weah's time, you know that Mayor Koji has a legitimate concern. And very many of the people, or all of the people who yesterday were critical, they are today presenting it like it is something unprecedented, that the government is creative, is innovative, and is going to help the government a lot. The reason they are saying it this way, because they are ashamed. Yesterday, they did not. Unity Party did not condemn in opposition President Weah government hiring. What they did condemn, they were very vehement against that, the monetary aspect. They said that the government, the CDC government, was pumping so much money that the CDC government, led by President George Weah, was wasting the country's resources, was using the country money loosely, hiring a firm and paying them thousands of dollars on a monthly basis. All of these, with the exception of few, with the exception of the agriculture boss, Alexander Nutter, and few other people that just came in this Boakai time. The rest of the people, they were against it. They spoke against the monetary aspect. They said that George Weah was wasting the country's money. He was just extravagant and wasteful, spending thousands and millions of dollars on lobbying firm. All of them. This is Sam Andrew saying it because I follow George Weah government. There's nothing I say I second guess, rely on other people say. Know about it. All of them. And they can never deny that they were not condemning the CDC government and George Weah for being wasteful. The same period, 1 month, 100,000. They're arguing all over the place. The same thing, 1 month, 100,000, 1 year, 1.2 million. Where the money coming from? They sourcing that money from elsewhere? No. The money that you pay as tax or taxes, they're where it's going. There is nothing wrong. Please know. If you know what government is, if you know governance, and if you know how government gets some things done, no government can function without having a middle institution. That means you can get exactly what you want. You will innovate, you will do other things, you will use your domestic innovation and creativity, you will apply whatever things will work out for you. But beyond the domestic, on the international scene, you need that middleman or you need that middle institution. And it is service paid for. It is paid for service. Nobody does that free. Yesterday, they said the money was too much. Today, Mayor Koji is saying And I joined Mayor Koji. He's 100% right because I saw, heard, read, participated in discussion that they had in the George Weah administration that the money was too much. 1 month, 100,000. The same today, 1 month, they are paying those people 100,000 United States dollars. Multiply that by 1 year. That's 1.2 million. And that goes for 2 years. That's 2.2 million. And that goes for 3 years. Just imagine. So the government has 3 years to go. Now they will need that company, that lobbying firm, for the 3 years. So just do your calculation. How much of your money going to those people? Why? Why? If President Boakai and the Unity Party government, as they portray it, has the support of the international community, if the argument is true that President Boakai has restored the image of the country on the Committee of Nations, if the argument is true that Washington loves Liberia, if the argument is true that Sarah Beslow Yanti has restored the image of Liberia, and a lot more, do you need a lobbying firm again? You don't need a lobbying firm. When you're doing well, you don't need to contact somebody to help you, to talk for you. Lobbying company means you hire them, they will go and talk for you. And say, oh, Liberia government needs this, Liberia government needs that. They will also change situation that may come against them. Say, if people raising things about police brutality, they will go there and say what you're hearing from Liberia is not true. There's no police brutality in Liberia. The government has everything under control. There's a certain group of people who are bent on causing XYZ, mainly from the opposition. So you don't give them attention. That's another way. Besides getting something for the government positively, they also have that ability to sway, to change decision, to prevent several things the lobbying firm does. If you follow the era of George Weah, you heard about Washington, and there were several discussions about Liberia in the U.S. Congress, and they had a giving guy called Chris Smith and other issues. Now, Unity Party had this thing that, look, the country is this, the country is that, this is happening, George Weah is killing people all over the place. So we are lobbyists, that institution could not do what it was paid for to do readily, convincingly. Because as they were portraying the image, projecting the positive image of the government, Unity Party people were on the other side, organizing protests, going on air, calling BBC, VOA, and say, President Weah killed 3 auditors. President Weah went on to say they were doing boyfriend and girlfriend in the car. How can a president just reach a conclusion like that? He knows exactly what was happening. They would take people and put them in the street. It would cause chaos. So it was hard. It was hard for President Weah, this same institution that they have contracted to build, to project an image worthy of the international community recognition. That when you heard Unity Party people saying, no investors coming to the country, the man say he get international contact. Nobody coming into the country. That is exactly what they were doing, and they were certain because these people now were Washington and other countries were not giving these people the face to really project the CDC. Now, I bet you President Bouaka can pay these people $2 billion. If the opposition start to do what Unity Party was doing, this company, Billa, will make no impact. Their impact will not be felt because nobody will give them attention. That's the tricky part of it. That's it. Those are the two sides I thought to share with you so you know. Again, I should say, there is, if you know what a lobby is, it's just like saying, my man, in a house, you say, my man, there's a situation, I beg you. We want to do this, we want to get this. And not that we can, but we don't have the expertise as you have. Therefore, we need your service, we pay for your service so that you get that done for us. That person you are hiring is the lobbyist. All of us do it different ways, in different ways. Even the women on the market table, they can do it. The women everywhere, they can do it informally. What do you have? What we have before us is formal. Ellen Sirleaf did it. Former President Weah did it. Now, if I'm done with the monetary aspect, I say I agree with Koji. And agree with Koji that the money is too much. And Unity Party should not even be putting such a huge amount after bragging of having good international image, that President Bouaka restored the image of the country on the international scene. Sarah Beslow-Yanti has put Liberia back on the Committee of Nations. That America, the rest of the countries around the world, they are okay with Liberia, a number of things happening. Do you need lobbyists again? Contracting a firm to help you, it means that you just made a loud noise, but nothing significantly is happening. Therefore, you need somebody to speak, to really sell your idea. In fact, it came a time, I should tell you this, in Ellen's administration, Ellen is here. Go and tell her, say, Sam Andrews said it, she would say it, but that's true. It came a time Ellen was not really depending on the lobbyists again. As River, how they call Songna River, it came a time she was just in Liberia. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf took on herself to make the case for Liberia. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf will leave from here, former President Sirleaf will leave from here, will move from one country to another. She will address every occasion, every opportunity she had as president, she will take advantage of it. She will make Liberia case. And that is why things were happening for Ellen Johnson Sirleaf government, even though it was a corruption-prone government. You can have lobbyists, but along the way, the lobbyists will not go after convincing, then they take and bring it to you and say, this is what we collected. The lobbyists will set the stage. The lobby will convince. The lobby will give multilateral investors and other people the reason why they should focus on Liberia. You now, as president, you will have to convince them. And this is where Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was so strong and convincing. So President Bouaka can hire these people. The time will come that President Bouaka will have to convince, as President Bouaka himself. He knows that very well. His boss at the time, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, was not sitting. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf will face any crowd. She will face any institution. She will even sit and moderate debate. Why was she taking on to moderate debate? Because she felt that that way she will convince those multilateral investors to come to Liberia. And it was working for her. How you think she convinced those presidents that came to Liberia? to come. The American president, what's the wife of the other American president that came to Liberia? She knew how to make the case. What I'm telling you is, you can have the lobbyist, you can have the lobbying firm, but the lobbying firm cannot do all for you. The lobbying firm has limitation. You get on the repository of knowledge called Google, the internet. You just ask for it. You will see the rules. The lobbying firm cannot do everything. The lobbying firm can project your image. The lobbying firm can get things working for you, but they have their limitation. You will not sit supinely drinking your soft drink, eating your shawarma, then they bring everything and put it down and turn your back, then you go. No. They can. They will play their part, and you will have to play your part. That's what they are paid for. They render the service. And if that part of the service calls for President Boakai to go and do X, Y, Z, they will. He will have to. His government will have to. But Mayor Koji is 100% right. The money too much. 1.2 million. These people, all of these people in, with the exception of the guys that just came to Boakai government or Boakai appointed, that I didn't know, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf administration, because I didn't hear that name, Alexander Nuta, the other person, Weah's time in opposition, I didn't hear them. It was earlier this government I got to know them. But majority of the guys, when I say majority, the ones that been here in opposition, they condemn, they criticize, they insulted Weah. They said all manner of things. That Weah was wasteful, that Weah was extravagant, that the CDC government just taking the country money and using it all kinds of ways. They took on the responsibility to start talking with other institutions out of Liberia, how George Weah was killing people, how the economy of the country was down, George Weah was building this, George Weah doing this, George Weah doing that, so investors should not come to this country. Listen, let me say it again. As I'm talking, I'm imagining these guys when they were in opposition, listening to them. Listen, if the opposition here, if the opposition just choose to do exactly what the Unity Party did, President Boakai will go off. A pressure will go off. Because what we saw Unity Party doing in opposition, don't mind them talking today, they lobbying like something extra. They made sure that it did not happen. Y'all ask the Bela people why they were not really successful in projecting the image of the Congress of Democratic Change and George Weah. If they tell you that we were not successful because Weah was not cooperating, I reserve. I don't. These people will tell you exactly how it was, how the opposition were on their back. The opposition was frustrating their plans. The opposition was going ahead and making things difficult and rocky for them. These people, they can start. When the opposition in this country start telling the international community, having press conferences here that President Boakai doing this, President Boakai jailing people, the country is not safe. The country is on the brink of war. You think that Unity Party hire Bela company? You think they will have the face, they will have the ability, they will even have the self-image to sit down and any government or institution or Washington will listen to them? No. That's how they neutralize this Bela company that they hire. Why did they hire the people? Because they saw the people ability and they're frustrated. So now they empower and I say, let's go to the people there. If these people were not effective, if these people were not credible, they wouldn't have gone to them. Simple logic. They wouldn't have gone to them. They saw what the people were doing in Weah's government. How things started to happen. And because they wanted to come to power, they said, "Lo, let us terrorize the atmosphere for this George Weah man. Let us make it so bad off. Let the international listen." And I was saying it. What are the legal? I'm not free to go to America. They bully America. They bullied the very America. That American people every now and then, they will call press conference, how the country did, the country not died, the country did, the country not died. These people, you see them so. These people, the Unity Party people, these people under George Weah, they wanted people to die in the hundreds and in the thousands. The people were ready to orchestrate war. They were bringing war. Listen, if Weah did not demonstrate leadership, if Weah did not demonstrate leadership, if Weah was not strong, forget it. You know what the United Party in opposition wanted? That people would die in the normal. Then they said, we told you this man is not a leader. We told you this man is this. You saw what the man has done. And that is exactly what they were doing all when they were having the press conferences. That the man is incompetent. The man does not know leadership. The man is not a presidential material. The man is a footballer. All kinds of things they were doing here. Bravely. They would tell people to go on the streets and block the streets and start burning tires on the streets. And you say Weah is not mature. If Weah was not mature, what these people wanted to do, may I say to you that the dog for George Weah, he jumped over a leadership-wise, far-sighted wisdom he used. These Unity Party people are very wicked to the core. They are very wicked. And then you call that propaganda. People can call that propaganda. You know what propaganda is? That's not propaganda they were demonstrating. They were undermining. They wanted war in this country. They wanted people to die. And then they put it at the feet of Weah. And say, y'all see what we told y'all? Y'all brought footballer and made him president. That the man is the man does not know. You see what is happening in the country? Listen, how do I explain this? And I said what they said. What they said about the 3 missing boys. What did they say? They said, Weah killed the 3 missing boys and Weah extracted their kidneys. Come to think of it, to do what? What they were portraying. They made Washington and the international community to believe that George Weah was the one killing people in the country, killing young boys. That George Weah was drugging the young boys in this country. I'm telling you why. That institution they hired was difficult for them. Not that they are not qualified, not that they are not sophisticated. They are. That's why Unity Party going back to them. But because Unity Party was sending negative news out of the country. I cannot tell you how many times President Weah will address the nation and talk about how people, Liberians, ought to be careful. The media ought to be careful the kind of news they send out because it will affect the country. They had no time for that. The more the president said it to keep the country, to get investors coming, the more they were on the radio with their presentations, the more they were calling press conferences all over the place. Don't promise to start playing some of those press conferences because they are here. Nobody can deny that. These guys are wicked. Today, they're going back to the same frame. The opposition right now can destabilize, can neutralize, can frustrate that company. All they need to do is start doing the same thing, calling press conferences, telling what is unfolding, police brutality, murder, killings all over the place, sending images out. That company, when the people said to make case for Liberia, they said, no, we cannot. Under the Bouaka government, there is killing. Liberia is unsafe. The country is not safe. The opposition here can do it. That's what they did. Yesterday, they said the money was too much. They said Weah was extravagant. They said Weah was loose with the country money, just spending the country money all kind of way. No investors coming to the country. That's the same people they gone to. Not different, the same people. Why did they go to the same people? Because they frustrated the people work. I wish that the people would have charged them 200,000 or 300,000 a month. Too much. The money is too much. Too much. 100,000. 100,000 that they see money, oh, they see money. We are government put out. Samuel Tue, yeah. You ask Samuel Tue. I'm sure that he will comment on this thing because that's the topical issue now. He will share his knowledge. 100 that the money they gave me when we are on Kima. Oh, the man wasting taxpayer money. The man spoiling the country money. The man just extravagant. The man just look. Oh, can't see them here and there. Then they're sitting down all around today. They're riding different models of cars. The shame. Today they say they defend it. Nothing. There's nothing wrong with lobby. Get it straight. Again, this thing came into existence a couple of years back. All countries do it. The very United States has lobbyists, has lobby institution. Every country around the world, European, African, American, they have it. There's nothing extra, nothing new. So if you are a United Party president, don't think there is anything new. No, not at all. Since 2006, former President Sirleaf, she used KRL International. What was that for? Debt relief and aid. When she came to power, she inherited substantial debt. She had this thing called a voucher or something. That's the time she brought Gaffin as finance minister, and she had only people here, the expatriates, seasoned economists and accountants. They had to help him to reduce Liberia debt because Liberia debt at the time was reaching the sky. It was in billion. Former President Weah used the same company Ellen Sirleaf used, KRL, Billa and Partners, and Sonora. They are different things they do and nothing extra. But the money, they said the money was too much. In the CDC government, they said the money was too much. We are just using the country money. The man is using the money, hiring lobbyists. One of the individuals, hey man, let me leave them. Let me leave them. Their own conscience will be there. They are in the country. I know them. They are. So let's just leave them. So that's it. I beg you, let me inject this one. Because they said the man doing nothing. Do you know the barmen are, let's take it that way, the barmen for discussion's sake, because all the Unity Party people, the other opposition members there, they see George Weah as the barman, the only barman in the country that George Weah, the only man who have done nothing for Liberia, that George Weah, the only man who has spoiled Liberia, that George Weah, to say the Liberian way. That's how they portray it. A couple of days ago, and they brought this football team. They say Weah did nothing for the national team. Everything that Charles Taylor did it, and the government do this, that individual player, he did nothing. Fine. So they say Weah played the football to the highest. He achieved everything. Thank God they admit. He achieved everything. So in life, when the person is not there and you are there, you can shift blame. You can shift blame. You can give excuse. When you shift blame and start giving excuse, then you are the problem. So if I were Unity Party people, we will no longer be talking about George Weah, because George Weah season is over. George Weah not dead now. You say George Weah the bad man. The bad man off. The good man in. Since Boakai took over, the national team is messy, pathetic. pitiful since President Bouakai took over. The Unity Party people who said he did nothing. Now, they are saying, the people who know it all, they are saying they need between 5 and 10 million United States dollars to qualify Lone Star for next year African Cup of Nations qualifiers. They say they need 10 million. 10 million, between 5 and 10 million. Between 5 and 10 million. They say that's what they need. Their chairman, Luther Tappe, Bouakai made him the head of the National Team Mobilization Committee, Pastor Luther Tappe. He went to the House of Representatives and told the people that if Liberia should qualify, they need between 5 to 10 million, 10 million to adequately support the national team campaign to qualify for the 2027 Africa Cup of Nations. That's what he said. They need that money. Until that money can come, what do you see of the national team? Now, they were successful in politicizing the national team. They won money now. And the national team is done. You can even bring coach from heaven. Liberia national team can never go anywhere. That national team is done. It finished. It crippled. It dead. Once they put politics into it, it finished. It finished. There's division amongst the players. There's division amongst the fans. For me, don't even ask me. From time to time, I let Liberian football. Then they can't do the thing. My national team, the Barcelona. So that's it then. That's it. So let's get to you, but let's read some of the comments first. Those are the pointers of God. GMB, Barrow Medicine, but the most part of the country backed off. The House of Representatives, 38 persons went today. Eh? All right. They brought down the pressure of the speaker. Triple RSC to Bouakai. It is concerning the Burkinabés in the country. Bouakai said the cabinet should review it. The lobbyists, not new. CDC did it. Former President Sirleaf did it. CDC in opposition doing it. United Party said the money was too much. They condemned, insulted. We are all over the place. The same company, they condemn that we are giving so much money to 100,000, 1.2 million, 3.5 million, 8.9 million, whichever way. The same company, they're going back to what an irony. And they say their national team need 1 or 5 to 10 million to qualify. Joseph Smith said, Chris Smith and Cummins and others in D.C. were stopping everything for CDC government. That criminal called Chris Smith was one of the main persons in D.C. stopping everything for the CDC government. Emmanuel A. Payne said, lobbies are part of American government foreign policy in various sectors. A lobbying firm is the same as a particular advocate lawyer speaking on behalf of getting a group or body of people. Tamate John said, there are many foreigners in Liberia. UP government knows about those people. They are possible voters for UP in 2029. Joseph Weir writes, just project in Lofa County, unless Bouakai said he didn't know about it. And Apeton Glebo said, these current officials are the real reason Those people are all over the place illegally because they beg them for chicken. They have to do something. Or Perry Slowball, he said, Bukhari and his entire rescue criminals are a bunch of liars. They will remain lying until they will leave power. Okay. So let's go to the line. Share the show wherever you are falling from. Share the show as many times as you can. So let's go to the line and put it on your calendar, please. July 1. July 1 is Sam Andrew's birthday. So please put it on your calendar. We'll be reminding you every day. 0772 23 99 33 0886 30 44 97. The women's line 0777 98 03 75. Hello. Hello. You went off, Chief. You're on and off. Hello.
Hello, Senator.
Hello.
This is Wesley Sabato calling from Republic Echo. Senator, thank you. You are saying, oh, the people, they will give you a hard time. Still, some of them confessing now. What I say confess. But what's happening? The Bugnabe you talk about, he said, I listen to it. He said confess. The figure, several in a month, they 3 times, but the people are going to thank you today and making it happy small. So you're thank you. You're going to make up to forget about this thing. I tell you, thank you so much. You, AB, and Bob, we are seeing.
All right, Sabato.
God bless you.
Yeah,
God bless you always.
Right. All right.
I'm calling from Support B Travel.
Okay, Sabato.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
All right, Sabato. Thank you.
Take
Have
care.
a nice day.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, hello?
Yeah. You are on the air, Chief.
Yeah, my name is Paul Morua, and I call you from Bonegate Junction. Brother, government is continuation. So maybe your generation, somebody may pay by people, especially you. What are you talking? You lying. Yo. Somebody else said, you're fed, you go up, and what a time in the past, government getting the commission, they make it angry, and you were still on inside.
All right, Chief. Thank you. At least you're not staying long inside. We will stay long inside. Thank you. Hello.
Hello, Sanju, how are you?
Yeah, good. Good.
Yeah. Sanju, thank you for the show. My name is Abraham Yima, concerned member of Concerned Bureau for Justice. Yeah, I call for the police. Thank you, Sanju. All the time I am talking so that we can be doubtful. Like, for example, let me say this. When an issue happened to the House of Representatives concerning Reggie Fu, you said you're not going to manage after it coming to manifestation now we can see it. So people are saying over there they are all factual, but it's not like you have to take your time to watch the see. Thank you. These people they lie about everything and they know that they were taking it. We have there, but because they now whenever we have to continue the presidency of the developing country, they are against the country. That what they are doing now. They stole yo, and they stole muya. They stole everything and are still borrow the next again. So thank you. And it's very long issue for me. I can see a problem. Once the way to be built up based on deception and lies, trickery. Like for example, the public is now performing well in the country, but you get group that you can pay. So it's pretty good outside the other way. That's a deception. You don't do that. It's like again, people go to school, does not study and pay a teacher money to pass. And the teacher passes because he pay the money. That's what happening right there. Why stopping the students from borrowing teachers? So that's all deception. So thank you for the show, Sanju.
Hello.
Thank you, Sam. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you, Sam. Let me say good afternoon to those who following the show. This is Hussein Keu.
I'm in my bedroom now, very well, but following the show religiously. Yeah. And let me say thanks for the graded analysis. I just said something on your sister show, and I just want to repeat what I said. Sam, do we need an effort actually to carry on development of our country? Yes, of course, we need America. Can we use our meager resources and taxes and collected to development? Yes. Is this government using meager resources to carry on development in the country? Yes, of course. Then, America did not procure those 285 machines for Liberia. America did not fund the LPRC
Chief,
to bring in petroleum product to be extra things.
You want to go straight to the point, Chief?
That's the point I'm going to.
Go straight to the point. Lobbying is called for, is normal. So
Fine.
that is understood. You're not saying anything new or extra.
No. So what I'm saying, it is not wrong yesterday, it will not be wrong today.
So what was wrong yesterday with your government? What was wrong yesterday with it?
So there are people who...
What was wrong yesterday with it? That you condemn it. Why did you condemn it yesterday? Why did you condemn it yesterday? Don't think that you are smart. Simple as why did you condemn it yesterday?
Why others condemn? Maybe I could be one of them.
Hello.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, thank you very much. You know, Mr. Andrew. Mr. Andrew, I understand Spencer Mohammed and I call from down Coast Spoon Hill, Went Town community, and a member of Liberian for Justice. Mr. Andrew, thank you very much. Mr. Andrew, how we the man says he is a bathroom medicine and he flies jet plane from Monrovia to right here for you. What's an irony? What's the connect to the bathroom medicine? The man who claims that he's a bathroom medicine. Why should he fly Paris jet for you? Is this the first time for Paris jet? I say no. This is the man's third time flying Paris jet to go for you. So if he coming here to say it's a bathroom medicine, in my mind, it's another deception that they use. President Weah, show me any photo where President Weah ever flew in private jet from here to go Lupa or from here to go River G or to go to a home. If they do that, then indeed Joe Biden will be a private jet. But if they don't do that, then it means they lie. And that's another lie. And then to this issue, you see, my brother Hussein there will always struggle. Hussein, you guys will struggle because you guys were not real to the Liberian people. You're deceiving Liberian people. Yes, I can remember. The fee, the basic fee was higher. My President, we are you guys. Waka Jaliba, Mo Ali, we're all okay. I'm talking, they say, oh, now wasteful spending. The men spending the money, Liberian people money. Why should you go for the basic fee? Today, you do the same thing. Then what do you come to rescue? I thought the rescue was everything that happened for 1847 to President Weah was on orthodox. Yes, you guys need to do it right. So why are you doing the same thing that was done by the people? And then your president said it will not be business as usual. Why are you doing business as usual with the logistic frame? Is this not deception? Look, Mr. Andrew, these guys came to power on the matter of lies. My friend that called from Mount Barkley, you guys will be frustrated. We are not preaching to balancing on this stage to this place. This place is given to us as a platform to discuss the full movement of our country. This is not local country. This is not something we're discussing here to come and come market the travel sentiment here. You guys lie. You guys lie. That's why today to now we're defeating and we return to the executive action based on fact. For us,
all right, Chief.
With this us, we point to the issue. Thank you very much, Mr. Andrew. Thank you.
Hello. Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Thank you very much. I'm Siliki Kuman, commonly known as the member Siliki. So Andrew, you see the problem in this country, most you guys have said it is a lot of times, even up to now, can be counted. It's a Democrat Unity Party government that bring people, it's so organic, get sense, because they come on and condemn, they say people are lying. Look, say Andrew, I spent 3 months in India, I'm from Libya, a still can call so badly. If I came to Jeremiah, who is being a duplicate mansion in Tanko, Joe Bobian Company, who is the president manager at Double K. With two stories, the government. All the people say that they are doing it. Go get a job. We are all see the president Jeremiah who is being for himself to be my brother. You know, those guys, they get kids to want to look this country off to now. They bring every day job, and you sell something. How could you, in a sense that you'll be focusing on one person until you can before you come to yourself. So I want to, like for example, you accuse of a woman, you accuse one guy, you cannot know more. Now you somebody say, oh no, you dig it, I not know. Is this what we are going in this country? This government, about the key in this country, for us to look this country. I tell you with proof, Jeremiah Kung having a double berry, eat and go in the country. May God bless you, God bless you. Leave them with their conscience. God will justify them. Try to now, we pepper them. God bless you.
All right, Chief. Have a nice day. Hello. Hello.
Hi,
Fine.
Everybody.
Cool.
Yeah, this is Ronnie Caddy, 1 million reaction, follower of Abraham Crossing William. Hello?
You are on the air, Chief. Everybody listening to you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So I said, you are said it right. These people, the government, in power today, the United Party government, they are very wicked sellers. And people that go sent to Liberia to destroy the country. The people, they are very wicked. Why are you robbing? You said that you are having all the idea. You are having all the technical know-how for the country. But today you are bribing the United States Department for you to stay in power. Anything that you do, it will not go outside. Why are you bribing them? You said that when you come, the economy was going to be better. But while the economy today, the economy is going down the drain. The country is bleeding. Where are we heading to today? Nothing is going. People dying every day. Go on the street, see hunger on people's faces when they break. The only thing we prioritize as a young person to start your day. Today for us to start our day, is not there to do. That the kind of government that can empower and say that they get all the experience. It's very frustrating, man. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro.
All right, good. Yeah. Have a nice day, Chief. Hello.
Hello.
Yep. Yeah, let's hear you quick.
Yeah, I get one point. On the Akon football club, George Manon Guya, you say on President Bega, the national team not doing nothing. On George, where was the national team? They ever went for African combination? If you are talking, hello? Yeah. So if you see,
hello? Yeah. You are on the air, Chief.
Thank you for the opportunity to send your platform. Chief, thank you very much. This struggle here, Liberians have to continue to ensure that we take back our inheritance. Because this government, this man particularly, is selling the country gradually. Lofa is already gone. Yeah, Burkinabes are coming. All of the foreigners are coming. Hello? Hello?
Chief, everybody listening to you. I don't have to be saying,
Yeah, okay, thank you, sir. So, we are highlighting these things so our people can know. Because majority is silent. We, the majority, we are silent. But the time will come when everybody will see the writing on the wall. Because the writing on the wall now, but some people can't interpret the writing, and they want people to come and interpret that writing and all that things. But we will help, as Brother Andrew, you are doing, to interpret the writing on the wall for the Liberian people. And may God bless and strengthen you in this endeavor. Thank you, sir.
All right, Chief. Have a nice day. Hello, the women's
Yeah, hello, Captain Andrew.
Yeah.
Yes, Prophet Jones calling from all Mama Point. Mr. Tim Andrew, the Almighty God continue to bless you. May He take it from level to level. May the sky be your name, may God hide you on your shallow of the beginning. Protection shall be upon you and your family. I just want to speak to Mr. Boaka this hour. Just say, Imam Boaka, read more. All those people are like you are the one that killed them. You telling your boys and they go in the jail or they taking people from there, they slaughtering them all in the street. You getting order to graduate coma to beat people and kill them, and nothing will come from all of it. Just say, Imam Boaka, every evil that you are doing to the Liberian people, you will pay for it. I can remember you used to say their ballet from the hospital, your own person, George Mane, which of course is never did it. Mr. Joseph Imam Boaka, for every evil thing you showing, take care from all. We're not able to call you, but we will sue you to God. You will never find peace. You dare kill the people. You the one send the police to kill the people in King George. You are the same person again. That woman that go get dressed in down at the level, the old man, the irresponsible for that nature death. That's all I get to say, Mr. Sen. And to that, God bless you and take you from level to level.
Okay. Have a nice day, madam. Thank you ever so much. Hello. Hello. You are on the air, Chief.
How are you? This is Momo calling from Fela, a concerned Liberian for justice. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for the program. No, Mr. Andrew, why we would tell Liberian people, I always speak to my voter, we the voter. You see Ambassador we are government and see Pabaka government. One lawmaker was in America to say that now you're saying it. The lawmaker was calling Ambassador we are government, creative government. And that lawmaker keep music Pabaka became president. Mr. Yeke Kolba did all what he could to make this government to come to fruition. And Mr. We are did nothing to him. Today you can see what Mr. Waka had done to him. So what you are saying, Mr. Andrew, we are listening, we are hearing, we are seeing. So my Liberian voter, you compare the two government Liberian people. You look at the two people, the two citizens have become president for this country. You look at them. When we go for 2029, everybody should make wise decision because there's no story for General to be telling you. You remember Mr. Kumba was here, we said, yeah, we want him to be bringing everything out of Mr. Weah. We want it. We want to hear it. Say Tabakana wanted, he closed Mr. Yeke down. So the kind of money, the money supposed to be spent to hospital, the money supposed to be spent to schools, the money supposed to be spent on the agriculture sector, on the sports sector. He took that money to go give it to one lobby to send in America. Liberian voter, it reaches your we reach to you because when we reach it to you, we don't want to get the power in our hand. They say the power is invested into the people. So we the same people can elect them and we the same people can take it from them. It reaches you. Thank you for the program. We are listening. Thank you very much.
All right, Chief. Have a nice day. Let's get to the women's line. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Jack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, this is Satakia Zulu calling from the Oro. Concern we need for justice. Everything St. Andrew, the people did to Joshua, they will get their pay 100-fold. They will never succeed in life. Yeah, they will never succeed. They try that the people hurt us. One of the things that hurt me, when they broke our party headquarters down that night, saying Jada, yeah, God, I said, God, thank you. And I said, God, thank you for you people because you people are educating us each and every day. Some of us never knew about politics. You people have made us to know about politics. We can preach politics now. Thank you, Andrew.
All right. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, my name is Florence. I'm calling from Blamutan, Lokitan. Yes. Why Mr. Baga is doing to the Liberian people? No money. Then he's taking a help.
You went off, madam. You went off. So the House of Representatives they've declared a vote of no confidence in President Boakai, Ambassador at Large, Sheikh Mustafa Kuyate. They said Kuyate refused to apologize. They told him to apologize over his criminal claim or corruption claim against them. Go on the radio station where he made the claim, apologize, and put it in the newspapers. Sheikh Kuyate went to his office and bowing before each portrait of his revolutionary leaders that he would never betray them. The following day, he was at this radio station and said he made no error whatsoever. He stand by his statement. He will not apologize, and he did not apologize. So based on that, the House of Representatives passed a vote of no confidence in him as President Boakai ambassador at large. What that means is, as far as they're concerned, they're not going to do business with him. They do not recognize him any longer as ambassador at large. Therefore, President Boakai will have to do the needful. That's why a vote of no confidence. So here is the stupor of the House of Representatives. Yes, the stupor. Stupor means insensitivity. Here is it. President Boakai, every person within the executive works at the will and pleasure of the president. President Boakai can come out this afternoon and remove Sheikh Mustafa Kuyate as ambassador at large. He can send Ambassador Sheikh Kuyate to a given country as ambassador. He can do whatever. The Constitution gives him that right. He is not a staffer of the House of Representatives. No, he's not a staffer. He is not within. They do not have any right over him whatsoever. Clearly, his work cannot stifle anything that the executive wants to do because he's just a roving ambassador. Meaning, you're just hanging. You are a messenger. Ambassador at large means you're just there. So when they say, my man, we have XYZ, then the president will say, I'm sending my man Sheikh Kuyate to you, so you'll discuss it. So that vote of no confidence is irrelevant. It's irrelevant. I think the lawmakers, they are ashamed. They are ashamed, and they should own up to their inability to actually look at issues. What are the real issues from flimsy things? They have to stop being too petty, too flimsy. It is not everything that you stand on the floor and say the man said they about all. So let the man come and say, and he can say, we hold him in contempt. Come on. You conduct yourselves as representatives. It is not everything that people say. If you don't want to be criticized, then don't come to the public space. Every person who is in his or her private life presently, do you see people bringing them to the public? No. They got nothing to do with it. If you don't want to be criticized, don't accept public position. You people, you're the lawmakers. Call us criminals. You call us rogues. You call us blackmailers. You call us John the Lace. You call us all kinds of damning descriptions. Do we take you to court? Do we tell you people to account for what you're saying to us? We accept all of those things because we are in the public space. We are stakeholders. So what is there now? The man said you can't apologize. You just leave it and move on. You can't do anything. You're declaring a vote of no confidence in a man. So what are you saying, that Boakai should dismiss the man? No, that is a separate branch. You ain't know that one. And you people, when the majority bloc and minority bloc, Wahala was on. And you're about preaching the doctrine of separation of power, separation of branches, separation of houses. And Sheikh Kuyate, he's not in your realm. If he was in your realm, then you could take action. But vote of no confidence, you're dictating to Boakai. Boakai can do nothing. Boakai not do nothing. If I were President Boakai, I would not even listen to you. And Mr. President, don't even listen to them. Next time you put on sense. It's not everything you will call people and say the person said this about Mr. Speaker, I move that if I can obtain a second, that this man be brought to the Senate, to the House, to this floor, and let him explain why you want to be condemned. Don't go in the public space. Y'all say all kinds of damning things about us. You're the lawmakers. We get some of you on record using all kinds of awful expression. You think you should be doing that for your status? You call yourselves on the thing that you can say about all you ought to say. But we accept it because we are in the public space. You see the difference between we, the media people, and you. For all we get thick skin. You're claim to be on a and carry your. Yeah, man. Yeah. So let me tell a few questions ago. I want to go to my return. I want to go to my return. George Weah returns to the presidency 2029. Hello.
Hello. Well, sir, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. And you?
Yeah, I'm great. This is Edmund Carr, proud member concerned librarian for justice. And you know that we're gonna be issue that you're talking about. I found that the people's story during the latter part of President Weah government, Senator Maxwell Dennis, former senator, he raised the issue that the government should document and give document to these people so that we will know how are they coming and why they are here. At that time, the number were not huge. And the person that was opposing Maxwell Dennis at that time was Ernest Green. And the Ernest Green Ghana is the supervisor for Grand Jeda County and collaborating with United Party. So I told the president that is why we will always question his leadership ability. The president always want to shake blame. He will not take decision, like a president. In that meeting, when that news was before all the discussed in their cabinet meeting. Before even this triple ROC boss could go to him. So you should have taken decision on that issue. Because Ernest Gray is saying, the people are coming. We get the fund, they made a fund, they gave us 30%, they take a certain percentage when the cross come up, they take 50, we take 50, they take 50, we take 40, all the kind of stuff. Maswa was telling at the time that this was not cause for these people were coming to the country at plenty. And here we are now, he is the superintendent. So he is the one that are encouraging the Burgundy into Grand Jeda County. And it's good that they are saying it is a security threat. And they need to handle it. They got all the money in the budget for national security. These are the issues that you should deploy your national security to handle. And the president should have been informed as they relate to the operation of these people. You should have tell another bring you ship it to somebody, cabinet you should decide, the cabinet to do what. That's what you president for. Look, when you come to this sport, I'm very interested in that sport news. The government lacks the ability. The government, they are not there to really take some sensible decision that will help the government to improve. Are you kidding me? You take New Star mobilization and give it to your party chairman to carry on that responsibility? Why do you do that? So obviously, looking at the confusion that they brought up as a government, we said that by that, they have created confusion among the players because you don't know who support we are. You don't know who support United Party. The more they have not brought in their party chairman. As if no opposition party is qualified in this country to channel that responsibility. You take it, you give it to a party chairman.
No, Emma, it's good that let it handle it. That's also of them. They will not give to anybody outside Unity Party. Let Unity Party handle it.
So we leave with them. They are not party for them now. If you are supposed to get a file for gain 0.0, we order it in their head. Thank you for adding value to our debate on this whole robbing thing. And the one you added to it, that is a genuine issue. Yesterday, people spending, you complain. Today, you are spending it. No complaint. Nobody should talk about it. That is a Unity Party right there. Yesterday, people wasted money. But today, you are not wasting money. But thank God they displayed it on, and we are going to push it to the letter. And thanks for adding value to our debate towards them. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Carr, have a nice day. Hello.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Mr. St. Andrew.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I'm Peter David Castle. I come from under the street light in Lower Johnsonville. I'm an outstanding member of the Concerned Bureau for Justice. You know, Mr. Sam Andrew, and that illiteracy is an incurable disease, and that has been attributed to the entire government and their supporters. You know, these guys sit in their mind and think that Liberia is just an illiterate society. Our ideas and knowledge have developed. How will somebody tell us that car can leave from here and go in the southeast and come back? And you want for us to believe that? We are not like you guys from the other political device. I just start remembering. We are mentally upgraded. And since Joseph Imabwaka government came to power, they have now carried on any alpha pavement of road. All their road development is what greatering. How will you, in a war, in this kind of age of modernity, how will somebody consider greater road to be a development? In the southeast, all the work that they did there is just a greater road. When rainy season comes, the road becomes deplorable. All the upper pavement that are going on where we are left, there is stay. You come to Johnsonville, Makonaye, there is stay. You go to Lofa, Salary, from Banga to Salary, there is stay. Every work that Joseph Imabwaka did in Lofa, when it comes to road connectivity, is about greater. That's antiquity. Take people talking. The reality is here. There's somebody can say, oh, you people can lie. Okay, bring your evidence now. Send the people can lie. Why is the evidence? You think we had a joke with the future of this particular country and our country and our children that have been looted long time from 1980 up to this time by
all right, Chief.
president that you brought to power, who lacked the mental capacity to govern, no innovation. And also, lastly, to share Kuyate, I think he deserves, he said, whatsoever you reap, and so shall you, whatsoever you sow, so shall you reap. These were the louder voices yesterday that portrayed themselves to be the best. So, whether they lose and a vote of no covenant in him or he are being dismissed, I think that is what he deserves, and he had to live by it. That's the system of governance. You cannot have a defending view once you are in and a govern. Once you are in their cycle, you speak the truth, they come out of you. That's the system that they're here for, and that's ADI benefiting. Thank you very much.
All right. Let me say thank you to all of you. You did extremely well to spice up the latter part of the show by sharing your views on the issues. Share with you. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. So let's go home. George Weah, former Liberian president, political leader, the Congress for Democratic Change, global icon, returns to the presidency 2029.
If they want to be leader of tomorrow, they have to make sure that they help the government, they bring their ideas, and we sit on the table and put those ideas. They can even bring their own investment into the country. That's what we did. You know, I was a peace ambassador for Madam Ellen government. Why? Because of the country, because of the people. I could have said no. I don't want to work with her. But I did that for the love of country. And this is how every Liberian should be. You know, it's not just looking at the president. I can do it all. I don't know it all. 2005, if I already or not, you know, as I said, I don't think I'm going to make a difference, you know, because I'm going to work hard. We're going to get the best people on board, and I'm sure we're going to move on. You know, sometimes people believe that, oh, you were not prepared in 2005. But again, it's opinion, and we accept everyone's opinion. Maybe 2005 could have been better for me because a lot of funds that came in, you know what I'm saying? A lot of contracts that have been signed some are not in the interest of the state. Maybe I could have been the best person at that time to sign those deals, you know. So it doesn't matter when you come. What matters is what you can do when you are there. You work hard, and I'm sure if we work hard, if my team push more, I think we can succeed.
Yeah.
Because some people are soft in their mind, they never come back. They never come back. But I'm a resilient person, very strong in my own mind, and nothing can discourage me, neither break me down. Because I've seen it, I've had the test of time. But what I want to say, to leave this altar, do not swear yourself for me. Everybody that say that he can't be this, he can't be that, if it happen, let me die. Those people die. Don't be them. Do not swear yourself for me. Everybody that say that he can't be this, he can't be that, if it happen, let me die. Those people die. Don't be them. Please don't be them. Be positive. Some people swear, if Joey have become this, let me die. Those people gone. I did not grow up thinking that I'm going to be president one day. I grew up knowing that if I work hard, I can be what I want to be. Keeping that mentality and have passion for what I do, brought me to this place. And then my love for country and my love for people. During the war, I participated, not fighting, but fighting the AIDS in society and helping those people that were vulnerable. I think Liberians love me for that. And when I came on board, let them know that, hey, we can change this country. We can do something here, whatever it is. And then I was interested with the leadership. And I can guarantee you, it is not that bad, because what we met on deck, we cannot compare to what is going on. So the lot of deficit that we are dealing with, but my detractors will not explain, because when I came here, I said, we are inheriting a broken economy. And what we're seeing today is that we're paying debts of all government, and of course, that's the right thing to do because government continue. We're not going to cry, we're going to fight to make sure that we grow our economy, we do what needs to be done. This is what we want to obey our rules. We want to, the sector, agriculture sector, we want to invest in it so it can help to create jobs. If you look around you, we saw that there was salary disparity, and then we try to cut down wages so it can help us doing our best to collect taxes. There are a lot of things we put in place in a short time, and I think if Liberians work with us, we can achieve what we want to achieve. This is life. We don't expect anything. Life is open. Only God decides who go where, when, how. So I'm sure our partners have vision of the Almighty God. Those that are going to be leaders of this country. I think what is important for me is to continue to work hard. Those that believe in me. The Liberian people believe in me. I'm not serving just politicians. I'm serving the people. And those that went in the race with me still doesn't understand that election is over.
And the people are ready, vow to get you back to the presidency. Like it or not, believe it or not, George Weah returns to the presidency 2029. You can believe it, but you can deny it. You don't like it, but you can deny it. You don't want to hear it, but you can deny it, because the reality is a foregone conclusion. It pains, it hurts, but accept the hard pills, swallow it, and live it. You wouldn't die. Unity Party people, you continue to live, and you will live to see and give the testimony. Isaiah said, they will see it, they will talk it, they will hear it, and they will talk it. Isaiah said, they will see it, they will hear it, and they will talk it. Unity Party supporters will see it, hear it, and they will talk it. They will give the testimony. everything in place. There is nothing that is not in place. Discussions are ongoing. Preparations are well advanced for everything George Weah returns to the presidency. Just as Unity Party did in opposition to get George Weah off the presidency, George Weah has everything it takes, can do the same to Unity Party and Joseph Yeman Boakai. President Boakai having a walk in the park, not necessarily that he created this walk in the park, not necessarily that he cannot have turbulent times as president, he can have, but it is because George Weah, the leading opposition, with the leading opposition political party, the largest political party in Liberia, is not destructive, it's not antagonistic, it's not a destabilizer, but a man whose character is rooted in peace, stability, patriotism, and nationalism for country. So the contrary, if George Weah had any characteristics to the contrary, this country under President Boakai will be an unstable one, just as they kept George Weah government unstable. Given that unique characteristics of George Weah, he has won the admiration of thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of his supporters and people who are not within his party, but outside. Unity Party have tried everything to get George Weah being disgruntled so that they put it against him, just as they did in opposition when he was president, but he has never given in to any one of their tricks, their designs, their devices. These characteristics are what people look for in leaders to believe and follow the leader. George Weah and the rest of the opposition can cause uneasiness for President Joseph Yeman Boakai. What we have today in Liberia is not the making of President Boakai. Everything that is happening, the opposition can capitalize on them and cause an uneasiness that even what they have done, hiring bailout firm to project their image, would not be successful. But Weah, in his unique self, has always and will continue to maintain his peaceful nature. Unity Party in opposition, which you just listened to, they were forceful, but not realistically forceful, but they forceful destructively. Yesterday, I told you of the three core characters of Satan, and you find that in Unity Party. The three core characters of Satan, called the three deeds: destroy, divide, and the last one, which is terrible. That's what you're saying. In opposition, they left no stone unturned. They did everything they could destructively. They wanted war against George Weah. But leadership kept Liberia peaceful. That unique characteristic or character of George Weah has won him votes at a staggering, stratospheric number, means very high and wide. It is against this backdrop that Unity Party are afraid. May I say to you, you can have two persons. One is disgruntled and the other isn't. In an enlightened society, the people go for the person who is not disgruntled. The reason Unity Party don't want George Weah to contest 2029 because they have been disgruntled against him and they have this fear. They have this fear that if George Weah returns to the presidency, which he will go after them. The devil's conscience is never clear. Look at Satan. Satan is destructive, but don't like reprisal. That's what you see of Unity Party people. Do not be afraid. George Weah will go after nobody in Unity Party. If George Weah was that type, if George Weah was that type, no Unity Party person will have worked in his government. No Unity Party person will have worked in his government. Everybody in the government or everybody brought into the government worked at the will and pleasure of the president. If George Weah was that person, nobody from Unity Party, not even the man who is now the police boss.
The Liberia National Police commenced.
Not only the man who is now the police boss of Unity Party.
Today, you have a rebel police director who thinks that he has arrived. And the worst thing about all these people, they all benefited from the magnanimity of George Weah. Ranging from people on the bench of the Supreme Court, they got letters from all these people. They all benefited from the magnanimity of George Weah. Think about all these people. They all benefited from the magnanimity of George Weah. Think about all these people. They all benefited from the magnanimity of George Weah. Think about all these people. They all benefited from the magnanimity of George Weah. People. They all benefited from the magnanimity of George Weah. People. They all benefited from the magnanimity of George Weah. Ranging from people on the bench of the Supreme Court, they got letters from George Weah. If some of them choose to pay him back with evil, it's up to them. The very Gregory Comer today, he worked in the previous administration when Weah came. He also got another letter again. If he chooses to do what he's doing, it's up to him. But one thing I can tell you for sure is this is how we had always been molded.
Definitely. That is the fear they have. When you hear them say, Weah is not coming back, Weah would never come back. Again, please look at this situation carefully. They're not denying Weah's development because those things are before their very eyes. Even not wanting to admit, they are not the only people in this country. This country is made up of more than 4.5 or 5.4, 5.10, 10.5, whatever the number, millions of people who can testify to what George Weah has done. What you see in that statement, they are afraid. They are rooted in fear, making other people to believe that George Weah messed the country up when Weah did not. because of how destructive they were against him, that when he comes back, he will go after them. But George Weah is not that person. He will go after nobody. If he was that person, his government would not have been a government of inclusion. Today, it is no government of inclusion. It's all Unity Party affairs. If he had such a selfish, destructive nature as Unity Party, nobody would have worked. It would have been all seditions. But his magnanimity.
And the worst thing about all these people, they all benefited from the magnanimity of George Weah. Ranging from people on the bench of the Supreme Court, they got letters from George Weah. Benefited from the magnanimity of George Weah. Ranging from people on the bench of the Supreme Court, they got letters from George Weah. Benefited from the magnanimity of George Weah. Ranging from people on the bench of the Supreme Court, they got letters from George Weah. If some of them choose to pay him back with evil, it's up to them. The very great they come out today. He worked in the previous administration when Weah came. He also got another letter again. If he chooses to do what he's doing, it's up to him. But one thing I can tell you for sure is this is how we had always been molded.
Definitely. How God made you, that's it. Most of these Unity Party people, they are living with that fear. George Weah returns to the presidency. He's not going after anybody. But don't be afraid. Evil person, only evil person thinks of evil. Evil person feels comfortable to render evil, but doesn't feel comfortable to receive evil against him. Nothing and nobody can stop George Weah returning to the presidency. Just as you people are spreading your message of Bouaka ruining 2029, we are neutralizing your message, we countering and putting forth George Weah's return. You have the platform, we have the platform too. All of us are speaking to the people across the country where we were not reaching. Thank God to the leadership of A.B. Weah, we are not getting there now. We can no longer hear the people saying, we can't get you in Sino, on the FBS. We can't get you in Bonn, on the FBS. We can't get you in Bassa, on the FBS. They are getting Kings 88.5 live and direct, and it's going beyond that. Nobody within Unity Party or Unity Party would not. We would do everything we can in this political warfare to counter, neutralize, dismiss the wrong information. That's what it's all about. So you can live with the fear. It's fear. You look at it, at fear. Joe Weah not coming back. Joe Weah will never come back. Is it normal? Think of it. Is it normal? Joe Weah not coming back. He will never test the presidency, as if this republic, the place, the ownership, the house of Unity Party, and then they gave Weah the opportunity to manage it for a while as they go on a break and then return and see that the house is not intact. So they say, give us our house and you will never have access to it again. That's how Unity Party is portraying it, and that's mental. That's dementia. That's dementia, a serious mental deficiency, serious mental disorder. And that's why some of the rational United Party people don't go with that cliche, because it's irrational. It's a serious mental disease. Judge, we are not coming back. Judge, we will never come back. As if this place is Unity Party personal property. This is the Republic of Liberia. If anybody would think that way, just say to yourself that you're having a serious mental problem and you need to see the psychiatrist. Yes. And you, some of you Unity Party people, I am telling you, if you don't know, they see you as people who don't reason well. So they think that when they're saying these things, you will immediately give in. And truly, you are giving in because you're not reasoning well too. No disrespect to you. You just need to put up your cap, your thinking cap right. They are saying, George Weah would not come back. George, we are not coming back. They are not the people who decide anybody's fate. The president said it's not by appointment. If it was appointment, fine. Except they're telling us that they are junta in disguise, that they have hijacked power in this country, and so they will stay for as long as they want to. Then it becomes undemocratic. And it's good that they have now paid, or they're going to pay, as per the agreement, Bella $100,000 every month. $100,000 every month. Your year aid, 100,000 United States dollars they will give to Bella every month. Yesterday, they said it was wrong to give money. Today, they are giving Bella 100,000 every month. Now, if nothing is coming into this country, we can say to you, if you think the opposition is weak because the opposition is not creating chaos, the opposition not telling people to get on the street to protest, the opposition not telling people to burn tires, the opposition not telling people that this person has killed this person. No, Chief, now we are coming to say to the international community and all of these things, because you know what? You put yourself now in a tricky position that is going to work for we are good now. Thank God that you pay lobbyists to portray your image. So July 17 protest is coming. Let Joseph Yeman Boakai Unity Party police get on the street and say nobody protesting. Thank God we are in a world of technology. Yesterday, you people were using technology. The same technology today. So you sign, you enter an agreement. Because just as I said in the first, let me say it in this, we are returns to the presidency. You pay for the lobbyist or the lobbying firm to project your image. That's what it is for. Equally, you will have to conduct yourself, because the lobbyist or the lobbying firm would need good reputation coming from the paying party. So are you paying people 100 million, 100,000, and you portraying your government, or they portraying your government as government of stability, government of this, government of that, and you're not respecting the rule of law? There's police brutality and every other thing. That 100,000, we will make sure that it doesn't work, that lobby will not hold, because we will project just as you were projecting against the government yesterday. Take it or leave it. We are in the world of technology. We're not in the monolithic age again. We are not going to take advantage of everything. July 17 protest coming up. You're paying a lobbying firm 100,000 to tell Washington that everything is okay in America. You're paying 100,000 to build a firm to tell Europe that there is peace and stability. We want to see that July 17, when Liberians come out to demonstrate as the Constitution provides, come out with guns, come out with your mower, come out with everything and prevent them. And let's see whether that lobbying firm will have the relevance, will have everything to say yes. And then the people will say, yeah, you're right. We're giving you this, we're giving you that. If that lobbying firm is free 100,000, free. Now we reach to the point. And may I say to you, it's getting hard every day it's getting, we're reaching to the point now that the checkmate coming on. Your man Kiatama said that the opposition is spectating, that the opposition is weak. The opposition is not spectating and the opposition is not weak. The government will expose itself as it is exposing itself. The government will expose its weakness as it is exposing its weakness, and the opposition will capitalize on it. As a matter of fact, our role is to capitalize on excesses, on widespread corruption, on all of those things. This government is not free of all those things. Since the government came to power, the document is coming up. They have cataloged the number of deaths mysteriously, the widespread corruption, unaccountability, and on and on. President Bouaka said there'll be no business as usual. Business as usual is usual in his government. 100,000 going to a lobbying firm is business as usual. So sometimes you want to think whether they understand the statements they make. If anybody thinks that it's not going to be, you United Party, ones that are below the line, don't allow these people in their various government positions to be using you as surrogates. The reason they're doing it because they're in their top positions. They have the 5,000, the 10,000, the 15,000 US. They are the ones who are enjoying. You are struggling. Don't make them to feel or make them to make you to think that nothing of WIA's return is possible. You cannot stop anybody. Only WIA can stop WIA, and only God can stop WIA. Beyond those two individuals, forget it. So when they sit down, they finish getting what they can get, or they justifying their position, and then they come out, we are not coming back. We will never come back. We are not coming back. We can never come back. Listen, I've said this thing before. They will, as they continue to say that statement, one day, these Unity Party people, they'll put this country in a situation that President Bouaka said will get vexed with them and dismiss some of them. Because you know what that statement means? That statement, it means we will do everything if it costs us to bring the Moa Osa. And anybody try anything, we'll shoot them, we'll kill them, just so Unity Party will remain. Because that's what it means. That's what it means. They're not giving you any reason. They're only telling you, we are not coming back. We are not coming back. You know what they're depending on? They're depending on, because they have guns, they have every other thing. And that way now, we will capitalize on it, and the government is damaged. They can use wisdom. There's a difference between education and wisdom. You go ask God. God said it. God gave the difference between the two. Then he says, seek wisdom. Wisdom, seek wisdom. I leave it right there. Like Moses Carter used to say, just leave it right there. George Weah returns to the presidency 2029. Take it or leave it. You can get vexed. Your thing is not possible. There's every possibility on earth for everything. Everything. There's every possibility on earth for everything and everybody. There is second chance for everybody on earth. Everybody, everything, there's second chance. Second chance. There is possibility for second chance for everybody and everything on this earth. Take it or leave it. Some of you, you're not in government, you're in your private life and other things. And you're opting for a second chance. And you believe that you can get that second chance. And while you think that it's not possible with George Weah, if anybody would think that it's not possible, you should be suffering from dementia, a serious mental disorder. And that's what these people are suffering from. You can be literate enough and you suffer dementia. You can have a high government profile position and you suffer, you show signs of dementia. Signs of dementia when you say this person is not coming back, this person will never come back. That's mental problem. Who controls the future? Who determines a future? It's just like somebody looking at a Unity Party official and say, you will never live tomorrow. You will never see tomorrow. You think that Unity Party official will say, yeah, that's true, I will not see tomorrow? They will think that's something wrong with you. Put it in a way. Just say, if you are a sedition, and let me say, seditions, you take it this way. If a Unity Party person say George Weah is not coming back to the presidency is future, that 2029, that future, that what they call future, far ahead. So look at them and say, you will not see tomorrow. And see whether they will not tell you, they will not think that you get serious problem to say they will not see tomorrow. They will tell you, you go. So the same way, when you say we are not coming back, then you get a future. Many people have said we are not coming back 2029. And guess what? They have not seen 2027. From the very we are never come out, we will never come out, we will never come out, we will never come out. That 2029, they will tell they will vote against we are. They ain't see 2029. That's why I don't like people saying that thing. Come on. You Unity Party people, come to your senses. Don't allow these people to be fooling you and jeopardizing your life. Again, I said it yesterday. It's in Ecclesiastes. Look at it. God said that no one has the future of anybody except he alone. That is why we don't say this thing will not happen. So we say, if God permits. And that's why Paul used that expression throughout his life. Jesus used that just look at Jesus' life and look at Paul. Look, watch all the expression. He said, if God permits, if God permits, if God permits. That expression means that God get a future. We in today. We don't know the next 2-3 hours or tomorrow. So they will always say, if God permits. And that's how I can close the show. Every time you hear me saying, if God permits, we're back tomorrow. That's what that expression means. You don't take it onto yourself. He said, George Weah will never come back. George Weah will never come back to the presidency. George Weah will never come back. He will never be president. Many of those who said it, they're not seeing 2029 because they're gone. You better concentrate on your life and don't allow these people to mess your life up. Don't join that saying. Some of you can say when your friend says something to you, you say, I rebuke you. I rebuke you. I send it back. It's because you say that person know the future. That person can say that to you. You know what you can say? That the same thing. The same thing in politics. You Unity Party people, I'm speaking to you people directly. Don't join those people when they're saying that thing. George Weah will never come back. George Weah will never come back. No one knows the future of anybody, only God. That's why we can say Joseph Boakai will now be president 2029. What you hear us say? We say we want President Boakai to move to 2029. President Boakai contests and he turn over to George Weah. We wish the president good health. We want the president to be healthy. And you hear us saying that thing. One day you're not hear Israel come in the morning and say you're wishing evil for Boakai. You're not hear that in the afternoon. You're not hear AB saying that nothing, that they wish anything evil. Yeah, every one of us will wish our president well. We want our president to be in good health. We want our president to contest 2029. You never hear us say we don't want President Boakai to contest 2029 or President Boakai will never contest 2029. Our position has always been that President Boakai will contest 2029. We want him to contest 2029. We want him to be in good health to contest 2029. You know what I was saying? Because we ain't got a future. That God. So we wish that our president will reach 2029. He contests, then he turns over to George Weah. Just as we wish that George Weah contests 2029 and he's contesting 2029, he returns to the presidency with President Boakai turning over. Simple. So when we move that way, now God look at God, say good. That's what I want to hear. Kings FM people and the other people. I'm on the side of George Weah. Those people who say that my son can never appear again, he will not, are off. And God's spirit is off them. Most of the Unity Party people, God's spirit off them. The rest of the people to think that it is not, they don't want this man, so their number of we are not coming back should increase. George Weah returns to the presidency 2029. I see you. I see you. That's it. Thanks for the understanding or the patience, the time given. So join us tomorrow, if God permits. We're back tomorrow. Before then, join us at 8 o'clock when the doctor himself, the man of the hour, the teacher of the land, the light of the nation, the evangelist, and Anthony at Law, A.B. Weah, will face the issues. You don't want to miss it. If God permits, we're back tomorrow.